One time I woke up and I said, I want to do a tour of Ghana. I have plan of touring Ghana and I want to do it in 7 days, but I don't have a name for it. And I know for things to become successful, you have to name it. You need to have a name for it. So I told her, and in 24 hours, she brought me the name Around in 7. I was sold immediately. I had the concept in mind, I had a plan, but the name, my wife coined the name Around in 7. So thank you, Rosina. Daniel Ashrifi is my name, formerly known as Dandy and Ni Ronaldo, now known as the motor checker in the motorcycling world. Yes, I believe the motor checker has come to stay. I check motorcyclists, but first I check myself. The first edition of Around in 7 was in 2021. We call it AIS1, and then the second one was in 2022, AIS2, and the third one we just did, AIS3. So the goal is to tour Ghana in 7 days, doing road safety advocacy, doing charity, and of course, sightseeing. On our first AIS, a company donated 50,000 Ghana cedis to us. Thank you very much, Ecom Ghana Limited. Now, they gave that money to us, the riders. But I said no, every rider on AIS is okay. So let's give that money to charity. That's how the charity flame got lit. So we donated that money to the Korle Bu Children's Ward and then the Burns unit. We paid for hospital bills of people who could not afford. So we got sponsorship from Mr. Ibrahim Ahmad, Jata Cement. We got sponsorship from Fastlane. They gave us a vehicle, and then our shirt sponsor, Mona Lisa Global. But there are other people who did things in the background. In fact, everybody on the AIS train, one way or the other, impacted AIS. So to all those who helped us, we say a very big thank you to you. Being the leader of a group, taking people on a tour puts a lot of pressure on me. And people who have families at home, people whose children are at home, their wives are at home. What am I going to tell anybody if something happens, touch wood, if something passes on, if someone passes on, what am I going to tell their family? There was another very experienced rider, Mono, on the tour. So usually it's just me and him at the back because you have to take care of the rest. So Mono fell, I helped him come up. I fell, he helped me come up, and then he fell again. Then we all clapped for ourselves. So that's summary of day 4 of AIS3, the most challenging of all AISs. Look, at a point, we even had to send a drone to go and check the distance that was left for us and how bad or how good the road was. That should summarize that day for you. Eventually, all our water got finished. People were totally dehydrated. Everyone lost hope.
After some time, I looked in my mirror. Because I was standing, I wasn't looking in my mirror constantly. After some time, I sat down and looked in my mirror. I'm not seeing any Gerald. So I stopped for a couple of minutes, about 5 minutes. No one was coming. So immediately I started cussing. I was like, oh no, and I cussed. I can't use the words here. And I cussed. I turned around and I was going. Right where I had the instinct, I was coming and I saw Gerald lying on the floor right there. Luckily, the team had met up with him and they were around. The bike was lying down, Gerald was lying flat. I got there and I saw Gerald. I just said, oh no. I put my hand on my head. I was like, what have I done? If I had slowed down or if I had stopped, this wouldn't have happened. So I started blaming myself. I went there. Luckily, I got there. I saw Gerald. I said, Gerald. Gerald opened his eyes and said, are you good? He said, yeah, I'm okay. He said, can you help me up? Then I held him. Then he came up and he sat. From there, I was a little relaxed, but I was still blaming myself. So I went into the galley where the bike was in front of me, sitting down and holding my head, thinking you could have done better. Because I was the road captain, I could have prevented this if I had listened to my instinct and I had stopped. So I sat there, I was like, okay. But when Gerald got up and he stood, I was like, okay, this is not as bad.